All right, Mike, today is Monday. It is February 26th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Monday. We're joined on Zoom by Rear Admiral. We're joined in studio by Chaps. Rear, it's been a while. Welcome back, pal.
Way too fucking long, boys. Good to see you again, though.
Yeah.
See you too, RA.
Yeah, I feel like this was a topic that's right up your alley, too.
Yeah, as soon as I asked Eddie who else was on. He was like, RA. I was like, that's a movie guy.
Yeah.
I went, fuck. I feel like I'm up against it
I'm loaded
now.
with beer here. I'm not going to bullshit.
Yeah.
And then Chaps, welcome back.
What's up, Chaps?
What's up, RA? I haven't talked to you in a long time, my friend.
It's been a minute. Hope all is well, my man.
It's going good.
A little different than the redhead draft today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
True.
Yeah, it is. Because we are drafting movie weapons, as we said, as you probably saw in the title. White Sox Dave's not here right now. I don't know, he's in some type of dispute that we'll leave it at that. But
A meat war.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on,
But Dave's at the center of it.
yeah, Dave's at the center of it, exactly.
He always, we get food dropped off here all the time.
All the time.
The entire month of January. No issues. People always want to give us stuff. The one time that there's an issue, it's the person that Dave brought in.
Well, technically Max had an issue too, but yeah, shocker. All right then. I'm trying to look up who won last week. It's a little unorthodox draft. We had a different cast. It looks like Nick won. So congrats to Nick for winning last week's draft. Great one.
Nicky Smokes?
No, Nick Tarani.
Yeah, I know.
We could kind of just get this thing underway. Rear Admiral, producer Lance has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number do you think it is?
4.
Yeah.
All right, you could pick what spot you want in the order.
Dave's back, so we're good to go.
Dave, can you shut that real quick? Thanks.
Fuck. I'm going to, you know what? Were there 5 of us?
Yeah.
It's not gonna shut
I'll
up.
go 5. I'll go 5, 6.
Oh.
All right. Deep. He thinks it's a deep draft then. All right, so Ari got the 5 slot. 1 through 4, Chaps.
3.
Sorry.
Shit. Do 3, Lance.
All right. Rerun it.
All right, anything but 3. Love that. 2.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I'm going number 2.
Okay.
You're going number 2.
1 through 3, Chief.
1.
Yep.
I will go 3rd.
1 or 2, Dave.
1.
No.
2.
Yep.
I'll take 1 overall. So that puts White Sox Dave in the 4 slot. Dave, do you want to touch on anything that just happened? It's a lot.
Call the
There's a lot
police.
going on. I feel like everyone's off kilter at the
it's,
moment.
It's nothing.
Okay,
worth
everything's
talking.
fine. All right.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
All right,
It's nothing.
sounds good.
Nothing. No good stories.
We thought Dave was in the middle of controversy.
Yeah.
No, nothing at all.
That's always what we like. All right, so movie weapon draft. Any parameters here? Just strictly movies we're doing. We're not doing TV. Rear ad threw the challenge flag on that. He's like, nah, it'll be way better for just TV or just movies, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Anything we should get to before, or we just let the chips fall how they
I think you
may?
just let it roll.
Let it go.
All right.
Yeah. Fly. All right. Before we make our next pick, I want to talk to you about our good friends at Chicagoland Chevy. It's springtime and the auto show may be over, but don't let that this beautiful weather make it so you don't get your car serviced, because that's important. We all know that. You might need your oil change. Don't go over that. You don't want to blow that engine up. You might need your brakes changed, your tires rotated, all that good stuff. But more importantly, you might need a new car. Chief's about to buy a car himself. He says he's about to lock down a Chevy Blazer. I love the Chevy Blazer personally. We saw that new model at the auto show last week. It's awesome. But they also have the Equinox, the Trax, the Blazer, any SUV you want. One day I will be a pickup truck guy. It may not be soon. I would love to get myself a Colorado. So head on over to ChevyDriveChicago.com to learn more about these cars and find your local Chevy dealer today. One more time, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. And get those tires rotated. Like I said, can never rotate too much. Chicago Chevy dealers.
All right, I'm up first. I think there's a clear 1-1. I'll say.
Oh,
it.
wow.
I think there is too, but
Yeah.
I didn't want it.
I'm not even into this universe though, but I don't think it's disingenuous because I do think it's cool. And it's the lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the lightsaber. The lightsaber's legit, whether it just be the classic one that, Luke or Darth Vader used, or I love the Darth Maul, the double-edged one. That was pretty sick.
Double-sided dildo, Eddie.
Yeah. Hey, we like those, right?
Bow
Rear?
staff.
Not opposed.
Yeah.
I don't think shame.
Yeah. So I do think the lightsaber is pretty clear.
Now, you have or have not seen Star Wars?
I've seen some of them, yeah. Not
Which
all.
ones have you seen the originals?
I've seen Phantom Menace. I've seen the original one. I've seen Empire at some point.
Okay.
So I've seen at least 3 of them.
See, I think even if you hadn't seen a single one, it's so prevalent. And I've never seen one. I would have taken it first overall just because every single person on Earth knows what the lightsaber is and what it's done for pop culture and the film industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same thing. Like I like Star Wars, but I'm not like a crazy Star Wars person. But man, they got to figure out how to make a real lightsaber because that's like the sweetest looking thing in the world.
They do have lasers that are able to be used as weapons.
Talk to me, chaps.
So there's beams that you can shoot on the water. Like they're using them right now that'll like bore a hole into a ship's side that you can sink it with. DARPA's doing it. Yeah.
DARPA is up to no good all the time.
There's the same sound shit. Like they can put out like these ultrasonic sound waves that'll stop people in their tracks. They were going to use them. Do you remember that protest that happened where Trump was standing with the Bible that was upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to use those there to disperse the crowd.
Really?
Yeah. And the lawyers were like,
Don't do that.
no. Like that's a Geneva Convention violation on your own people.
Yeah.
Bad.
Just disperse them with the Lord.
Yeah, exactly right. Lots of lasers being used.
Yeah.
So this was
But like, do you remember Back to the Future 2? I think it was Back to the Future 2 where they're into the future. They're into like 2015 and they're like carving a turkey with like a lightsaber. That's the kind of technology that I want.
Yeah.
I was reading, this is a couple weeks back. It was on the Daily Mail, I believe. Britain has...
Might have been true.
I mean, they had pictures of it at least, and it's got a Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a great source.
In that case.
It's a laser weapon designed by Britain recently called Dragonfire, and they have a picture of it right here, and they have a couple of videos. Look at how fucking sweet that thing is. Yeah, look at this, chaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's called the Dragonfire,
That's
which
kinda
is
the same
just an
thing.
awesome.
They use a lot of great fire names. Like there's another weapon system called Hellfire missiles that get shot from like helicopters and shit. Like they have those same kind of beams of light, and they are amazing.
Oh yeah.
They will like go through houses. It's crazy.
You seen them in action?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
It's easily got to be the most famous weapon that's not gun related. Maybe probably the most famous weapon
It's
regardless.
the most famous weapon ever, I think.
Yeah.
Probably even more so than real weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like if I held up a M4 AR-15
No one would-
and versus a lightsaber, everybody would know the lightsaber.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like I'd be like, yeah, that's a gun. I don't know what
Right,
kind.
but you would know specifically what type of
Yes.
weapon that was.
Very good point. All right then, chaps. Here, number 2.
The Infinity Gauntlet is where I'm going to go because that essentially destroys the universe, right?
Yeah, listen,
I mean,
I've heard
Pretty
it's
strong.
a fucking mega weapon.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie, but the way everyone talks about it, it could just fuck everything up.
everything. Yeah.
I know enough about it to know how powerful it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know the ins and out how nuclear weapon works. Seems pretty close.
They split the atom. Don't you fucking study?
I don't know what an atom is, and I don't think anybody really does. Like, I think you could say it,
What
but
about quarks?
That's smaller than atom.
I don't want to get into it. I'm not ready for that.
Rear.
I know that's a thing. I think
It is.
someone told me.
It is. It's smaller than an atom.
Rear, are you a comic book movie guy?
I'm fucking totally sick of them right now, but I do like some of them, but it's over fucking saturated now. The
Yeah.
Marvel stuff, they're just not even good anymore. But I mean, I'm an OG fucking Superman is one of my favorite fucking comic book movies. So yeah, I do like them. I just think that they're way overdone. They're just milking it for everything they fucking can now, and they're diminishing returns. Ed. But yeah, I do like some of them.
So have you seen this one?
Yeah, I did. I've seen probably about half of the MCU. I did see the last two, Endgame. Yeah, Infinity War and Endgame. I couldn't tell you the difference between the two of them, but I
can't
did
either.
see them.
I've seen them all, but they're all the same movie. I like them all too, and I'm not trying to trash them. Like they're all the same. Like I know people are
it's
gonna come at me for that. They're super fucking entertaining, and then Infinity Gauntlet's like it's Mega weapon.
Yeah, entertaining, but yeah, fucking, I'm kind of sick of fucking them dominating fucking Hollywood and the box office.
I
and
think they're
cinema.
finally slowing down, to my knowledge, or they're like completely pivoting and like they're trying to rush to get to like X-Men, which is like a whole new world. Like they're stopping this whole universe. To my knowledge, some comic book nerd might be like, "Fuck you, that's not true," but that's the way I understand. Good pick though, Chief.
All right, I'm going with one close to my heart. I love Indiana Jones. I'm taking the Indiana Jones whip. I feel like that in terms of like iconic. Obviously, if you're in a fight, I'm getting smoked by the first 2 picks of this draft. But in terms of like iconic weapons and memorable like movie scenes, that Indiana Jones whip fucking plays.
Terrible pick.
But if you could whip good, you could grab that lightsaber in a second.
Fact. Fact.
Terrible.
Are we trying to win a fight? Or are we trying to?
Terrible
I don't
pick.
think that.
Why do you think it's a terrible pick?
Because he was in a fight and he reached for a gun and shot someone instead of using
Once.
a whip.
Oh, that's true.
But he.
His whip was so.
All right. Well,
he shot someone.
Darth Vader used other weapons.
Fucking White Sox Dave. I agree. Like I had it on my list, but it's like he doesn't actually use it for a weapon. Like it can be a weapon, but he doesn't actually use it for a weapon at all.
Sure he does.
A lot of stock.
Yeah, he does.
Huh?
Yeah, he does. When they're all kind of crowding around him, and he's whipping, like he's not even necessarily hitting people, but he's like
Exactly. He's
like,
not hitting them. So if you're not
he's
hitting
keeping them away.
He's using it as a psychological deterrent.
Yes, that's it. It is absolutely a weapon.
It's
I'm not saying it's not a weapon. I'm saying he doesn't actually whip anybody with it. That's all. Except himself in the fucking third prequel.
Yeah.
The second prequel.
That's how he gets that scar. Yeah. The iconic Harrison Ford scar. No, I love Indiana Jones. I wanted this on my board. I didn't know how, if you're going to, I think it is.
No, honestly, I like Indiana Jones too. It was on my board. I knew you were gonna pick it. I just had to poke holes in it, and it's a real hole though.
I think you guys absolutely picked good holes because I thought that was a fantastic pick. Now I'm just like,
No,
but he does have it in the iconic factor.
That's
Definitely
the
iconic.
difference. I don't think mass destruction has to it doesn't necessarily have to play into these weapons. Everybody knows the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because even in the movie poster, you have it swirling around.
Yeah, and it's like Raiders, and Raiders is like a top 5 movie all time for me, maybe higher, maybe top 3. So I love Indiana Jones. I wanted that on my board. I'm taking it here. I think it's definitely worthy of a first round pick from the icon. Obviously, I'm not winning a fight against the Infinity Gauntlet with my whip, but I think it's a Hall of Famer for sure.
I read that the story behind that, I could be wrong, you might know more Indiana Jones history, that Ford was shooting all day and he was just tired of doing the same scenes. Like, can't I just pull out a gun and shoot him?
No, he had dysentery. He was sick. He had dysentery.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then Spielberg's like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's a great scene because you have like the baddest guy with his like huge sword, and he's just like doing all these tricks. He just
boom.
His revolver.
Comic relief there was a great scene.
Yeah,
great scene.
Good pick.
I think it was Harrison Ford, not Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Could have been bad.
Well, it was supposed to be fucking Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Indiana Jones, but he had some kind of conflict that he couldn't get out of. I think he actually
would
have been good.
Throw me the whip. Throw me the whip. Burt Reynolds chewing gum.
I think he would have been a decent Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But Harrison Ford was perfect.
Yeah, Harrison was fucking better. Burt Reynolds was a fucking bad motherfucker in the 70s.
Dave.
I am going to go with the Proton Pack, Ghostbusters.
Good one.
Weapon.
And it doubles down as a fantastic fucking Halloween costume. I haven't done it personally, but if you pull it off, it's a great little group costume.
Is it a weapon, though?
It's a ghost containment device, but we'll give it to him.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely a weapon.
Listen,
You're killing the ghost.
Listen, it counts.
Sucking up ghosts with that.
It counts. I'm not saying it's
traps
veto.
them.
But, like, is it really a weapon?
Yeah, technically a
definitely a
taser does the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to stop somebody
What it would do.
so you can contain them.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to be a ghost for it to work on you.
Same thing with the working
Proud of
dog
my boys.
weapon.
It's not
The
legal.
goal is to contain.
Yeah.
Good pick, Dave.
There's not too much to say about it. I mean, it's.
I like that I like the thing that they hit with their foot that it sucks it in.
Mm-hmm.
That was always
Like,
a nice.
It's like a little toilet.
yeah, it was a nice feature. Yeah, it was like a porta potty toilet.
Yeah,
or airplane bathroom.
airplane,
Yeah, exactly. I'm using my proton pack when I'm flushing my piss down. You know, just.
I'm gonna think about that from now on.
Just
Exactly.
don't cross the streams.
People be sending us pictures and just using their proton packs or flushing their toilet in the plane. Yeah, good unique twist on a weapon to like they could have just killed ghosts, so I appreciate it.
Like if someone, okay, it doesn't have to cause necessarily like bodily damage or death to be a weapon. Like if you had a weapon that like knocked out a country satellites or something, that's still technically a weapon, but no one's necessarily dying directly from that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Boring weapon.
You think it's boring?
I like it, Dave.
All right,
Dave,
you're up.
You look hurt, Dave.
That's fucked up. Hey, you're a Ghostbusters fan. That's right up your alley, RA.
No, I like the movie.
Yeah.
I'm up. Oh, did you say I'm up, Ed? I'm up, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up.
So I get back to backers, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You could take one
All right,
and then we'll
first-
discuss though.
Huh?
You could take one, we'll discuss, and then pick your other one.
Okay, yeah. All right. First, I'm going to go with the Death Star.
Yeah.
Fucking no-brainer for me there. I mean, lightsabers are cool, but they don't blow up whole planets like the fucking Death Star does.
And a very fun Lego thing.
I would have taken lightsaber number one because, like I said, it's so prevalent in pop culture. Like, I don't really know what the death. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is because I've never seen the movies.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I said, I've seen it, but I'm not like a.
Right.
I've seen it, but I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a space station that blows up other planets. It blows up fucking planets, so it's a pretty badass weapon. It blew all around out of the fucking sky, killed them. Fucking millions of voices cried out in fucking anguish. So yeah, it does the trick.
What are you laughing about?
You nerds didn't see fucking Star Wars, Jesus Christ.
Blows up
it's
fucking
just-
planets. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, what a weapon.
It blows up planets is a good argument.
Yeah. All right, and you didn't see it, so not much discussion. You want my next pick?
Yeah, you're up.
Probably the most iconic fucking weapon in cinema history. The knife from Psycho that killed Marion Crane.
Do you ever actually see it? I feel like the image I have in my head is just the shadow.
Have I ever seen Psycho?
No. In that
Oh.
scene where he does the stabbing, do they show the knife? I feel like it's a
Fuck yeah.
cello.
Oh,
they do?
God, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember
right when
seeing
fucking-
a shadow.
One of the creepiest scenes fucking ever, man, especially back in the 60s. Yeah, fucking, you see it plain as day. Creepy as fuck.
Okay.
One of the, probably the most, I would say the most jaw-dropping fucking on-screen murder that, I mean, when it happened of all time, probably. So, yeah, the knife from Psycho, I know none of you are probably going to take it, but fuck, it has a lot of iconic value, so I did.
For sure.
Yeah, could have got it later for sure, probably. But
Yeah.
Psycho.
Fuck it, though.
Go with your heart,
I'm
all right.
building
I
my
like
team
that.
there,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure. Like, I always love RA's boards because we're definitely due for a super obscure pick at some point. So we didn't hit it there in the first and second round, but I'm still buckled up.
I'll
Ready
get
for
you
it.
later, Ed.
Yeah. White Sox, Dave.
I am gonna. I want to get away from like the not real weapons right now. So I'm gonna go to something that is
Especially
very
after
real.
RA just took a knife.
I guess he did just take a knife. Well, I was looking down the first round. And it's like lightsaber, infinity gauntlet. Well, I guess whip's real too, but I'm gonna go with my little friend from Scarface. It's one of the most
Oh,
iconic
yep.
lines from movie history.
Say hello.
Yep.
Yeah, that was going to be my next pick.
Yep.
So it's I looked it up. It's an AR-15 with a grenade launcher. So
Also known as the M203.
There we go.
Yep.
A little grenade launcher attachment to it. That's pretty.
Don't call it a
destructive.
machine gun.
Definitely don't. Yeah.
I like that as a name. You know?
My little friend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm my little friend.
And then saying this whole town's a pussy just waiting to get fucked. Amazing.
I talked about it last week with Kirk and Jeff D'Lo. That's one of my glaring holes. I've never seen Scarface.
Let's do it.
Oh.
I
together.
think it's pretty good. It's good.
it's good.
It's not good. If like Goodfellas, The Departed, Godfather is like the A tier. I'd say that's B tier.
maybe the movie that's most in dorm rooms.
Yeah.
Poster-wise,
poster?
probably.
Yeah.
One of them.
Most
I
perfect
see. Like I
poster.
never understood that. Like why it was such like
The aesthetic goes with everything.
Yeah, it does. It's a dorm.
I
it's a
suppose.
good dorm room picture poster.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but it's like, is it any better than any other movie? But like people are drawn to that one for
Like
some.
a walk to remember.
I was thinking like Goodfellas or something like that. But yes,
Is that how? Where do you have Scarface on your list, Brad?
I like it. I think it's I don't think it's the best gangster movie. I know it's more of a cult. Like I think it became a cult movie. I know like the hip hop like community became huge with Scarface the last 30 years. But I don't know. I don't even think it's on my top 10 gangster movies. To be honest,
Probably
with you.
not.
It's good. It is an iconic movie. There's a lot of like classic stuff in it. But yeah, it's a little long. It's a little fucking scattershot. Again, there's epic stuff in it. But I mean, if I'm picking 10 gangster movies, probably not going to be my first one. I'll tell you, if I'm going to pick an Al Pacino gangster movie directed by Brian De Palma, it's going to be fucking Carlito's Way before Scarface.
Way
I'll
more.
say that.
Carlito's Way is 100 times better than Scarface. And
Most underrated gangster movie ever.
I've never
Carlito's
seen
Way
it.
is great. It's an awesome movie. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
So
honestly.
good.
Really?
Oh, really?
It's good. It's very good.
Chief, you're up.
I'm going with the Independence Day alien laser beam that destroyed all cities. I remember I saw that when I was like 10 years old, and I'm like, this is the most terrifying thing in the world.
The City Destroyer beam.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So the destroyer beam, horrifying. And like, I think when everyone gets all like wigged out about aliens, when they drop all this stuff, it's like they have that burned into their brain.
Totally.
They're like,
Totally.
if aliens are real, like they're doing all these congressional things, talking to different people, declassifying documents. I think the thing that makes people nervous is like the idea that they got something like that.
And the general in charge that was explaining the capabilities said that it went from Lincoln, Nevada, all the way to Houston was the size of this thing, how big it could get.
Fuck.
That's pretty.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So Independence Day alien laser beam.
Especially
City
since
Destroyer.
it takes, I think, 12 hours to drive across just Texas.
Yeah,
Be
true.
like a 14-hour long, 15-hour long drive.
Way more than that.
Yeah.
It'd be like a 25-hour drive.
Across Texas?
No, from
Nevada?
Houston to like LA or Las Vegas, LV.
Would it be that long?
That movie made me want to be a fighter pilot when they were doing all those scenes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You want to fly up into the middle of that laser beam?
That's one of
I'm coming home.
Hello, boys. That's his character in that movie is iconic. He's a mental case now.
Yep.
But
Gotta get myself one of these.
Yeah.
it's such a cheesy movie, but I love that movie. One of my all-time favorite movies.
I love that.
When I saw it, I was like, that's the best movie ever.
Yes.
And then I saw it again when like 10 years later. I was in college, and I'm like, might not be the best movie ever made. But still fucking awesome.
It's
still awesome.
It's insanely rewatchable. There's a bunch of scenes like the scene where he flies to the base and he steals the helicopter. It doesn't make sense. We were talking about like movies not making sense. He just finds his girlfriend in like the middle of a post-apocalyptic burnt down city.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up. 27-hour drive.
27.
Long drive. Big laser.
I was
saw
pretty
it.
close.
Oh, Chief, I saw the Independence Day when it came out in '96 in the theater, and I'll never forget when the space alien ship blows up the White House. The fucking theater went apeshit. They fucking stood up clapping like crazy. This is when Clinton was president too, and whatever scandal he had going on, people were just fed up with it. They went fucking crazy. I was like, I'd never seen anything like it before.
That's
they
pretty
fucking
funny.
like stood upside chair and just I think it was not so much Clinton, just the whole like political establishment.
Yeah.
They just love seeing.
I saw
fucking White
it. I saw it
House.
Cascade in '96. Awesome movie
you?
for Cascade. Yeah.
I really wonder where this would rank in like 90s movies because at the time, like you said, it was huge.
It was,
was.
a massive success.
And like, you have the greatest speech ever given by a
That's
president.
true. Bill Pullman.
Yep.
I love the story when KFC Radio, they had him in for an interview and they bought a megaphone. They're like, hey, can we recreate this dream? He's like, no. We're not doing that.
And that was probably the height of Will Smith's stardom too, right? Has to be.
I think it was the thing that
Cemented
him as
Yeah.
an AA list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like you need a big action movie.
He's done everything. The fucking insanely popular sitcom to the action movie to like dramas
Black.
like 7 Pounds.
Big slapping
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was 6, so I had not seen Bad Boys. That's Will Smith to me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after that he did Men in Black. Then he
Yeah.
did Enemy of the State, Wild Wild West.
That's a great movie too. Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
He had banger after banger after
Yeah.
banger.
He did. All right then, Chaps, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go with The Ring from The Lord of the Rings.
What does this do again?
You control everything. Like you have the power to control everything.
Was it really a weapon though?
I mean, if you have something that controls the entirety of the universe,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a weapon.
Could be.
I mean, Dave, you got a thing that catches ghosts, which I don't. I mean, so I don't know if you can really
Kills
challenge him.
ghosts. It kills the
Doesn't
ghosts.
kill them. Just
No,
sucks
it
them
doesn't.
up.
They get us.
I
They
know,
fucking
I
escape in
know.
the first one, dude. They don't kill them.
It's like reverse genies.
Try to battle my boys. It's not legal.
Come on. I'm not a lotter guy, so if someone else in the room is a lotter guy, could dispute this.
I'm not either, but I just remember watching like halfway through and being like, they fucking love this ring. This ring means everything.
Lauder? Is that what you just said? Is that something people say?
I think so.
I like it. If not,
They use
should.
the acronym for it.
LOTR, Lord of the Rings.
No, I get it. I just never actually heard that said before.
Yeah.
Chaps, like, I guess you can make the argument. I just think the pick stinks.
You stink.
I kind of do stink right now.
Checkmate.
Are you a lotter guy, Red?
No,
No.
fucking nerd.
I've seen them all multiple times.
No, I'm not opposed to it. They just never interested me. I never watched any of them. Maybe someday, but
I
probably not.
might
if
go. I've never seen him either, but I was always anti-fantasy until I got into Game of Thrones. That now I
Same.
feel like I maybe I'll go
You can-
back and get in. I'll enjoy him more than I would have pre.
You'll enjoy them the same amount you would have. I like
Well,
Game of
when
Thrones.
I tried to watch, I went to it in high school. I've told this story, but like I fell asleep because it was like a late show. It was after a hockey game, and I woke up and there were like trees marching and talking.
That's when I was out.
and I was like, I'm out.
Yep.
Can't watch it.
Like I don't.
If you
wanna-
watch
I
it-
like got up and left the theater. I'm like, I'm not staying for. I don't know how much longer this is. I'm out.
and it was like
if you watch them,
Yeah.
they're good movies.
Okay.
But I understand why people fucking love them. It's the same thing for me to like the Marvel movies. Like, I don't go out of my way when I do watch them. I enjoy them. They're good.
Yeah.
And I understand why people absolutely love them. They're just not really for me. Game of Thrones is different, though, because I've seen them both, and Game of Thrones is just awesome.
Yeah.
This is just...
I want to say the second one people have is like one of the all-time great movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm open minded to give it another shot. I just haven't.
That
found
Amazon show stunk out loud.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
It was terrible.
heard
And they
that.
spent like $1 billion making it or something crazy.
Yeah, like Jeff and Ken Jack both gave it 100 out of 100.
Really?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Okay.
It has an incredible battle scene that lasts like an hour. And it's sweet.
I love battle scenes.
It's sweet.
It's not in the dark.
I don't think the pick's good because it's the ring's not... They don't use it as a weapon. It controls people and they like act very crazy.
I think that's a weapon. I think it's a. I think that's a weapon. You can.
I
control
can't
everything.
dispute it. I mean, if you have something that can control everything, that you can
Right.
certainly use it as a weapon.
Right. It's not really used as one though.
It's
Dave, you
taken
got
so
a
that-
mousetrap, a ghost pick, so I wouldn't argue this one too much, buddy.
and it's also taken so nobody else has it, so they can use it nefariously.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I know it could be used as a weapon. It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
I'd rather have a ghost vacuum.
Ghost vacuum. Ghost genie lamp. Okay, it's to me. This is hard.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into good ones.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes.
I am going to go with. I got to go horror. Big horror guy, obviously. We've established
Was?
that many
What,
times.
big boy guy?
Yeah, both with an H and with a W.
Oh yeah.
Which is the most iconic though is what I'm struggling with.
There's like 3 I think that are all in the same category that it's a coin flip.
I know.
Between
That's
all-
why it's hard.
yeah.
That's why it's really hard.
I think there's one.
You think
I
so?
think there's one that's the big one.
Yeah, I think Freddy Krueger's a different guy without his claws. So
Yeah.
I think Freddy's claw is probably number 1, but I do think there's a close second. I'll see if you guys draft it.
You can just have the scars on Freddy Krueger's face, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Bastard son of 1,000 maniacs, right? That was what they called them.
Yeah. Just
Which doesn't make any sense because only one sperm can make a baby, so it's not like all the jizz made them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much cum you have.
super unique, although there is another person who has like nearly identical claws. But nevertheless, it seems like everyone agrees that's the number 1 horror weapon.
Yeah. Up there for sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue that it's not. I think you could argue others right there, but this one
Like the knife
absolutely
from
has.
Psycho.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm such a ball buster on these shows. I love it.
No, that's what.
No,
What we're here to do.
I haven't seen this movie in so fucking long, but like even if I had never seen it, it's the same thing. Everybody knows Freddy Krueger's little hand claw thing. Everybody does.
It's one of those things where I would
Still a super popular Halloween.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see footage from that meeting room when they created Freddy. You know, we're gonna make his face all fucked up. He's gonna have claws, a striped sweater, a top hat, like all those
Very
things.
cute sweater.
Yeah.
You know that, like, no bullshit, for that movie's actually like somewhat like loosely based on actual events.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this.
Yo.
There was like, I don't know if it was the Philippines or something. There was this place. There was a couple of incidents where guys were having dreams. They were literally dying and they're having like nightmares and they were having heart attacks. Like people are dying in their dreams, and the fucking writers read the article about it, and they're fucking making them for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare
Legit.
on
It's
Elm
not like
Street.
it's not based on a true story, but it's based on like actual events, and then they morphed it into Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah,
So
people legit fucking dying.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
shit.
Who was it written by? Created by? Wes Craven.
Craven.
Wes Craven was born and raised in Wheaton, Illinois. It's based loosely off of Elm Street in Wheaton, Illinois, which is the town I grew up in. Fun fact.
That was fun.
That was very fun, Dave.
Yeah.
I grew up on Elm Street too. They used to call me the Nightmare on Elm Street.
All right, we talked about it a lot lately, but we just had our Wisconsin Dells weekend with the Wonton Don, and never in my life have I needed a coffee as badly as I did this morning. Thank God for Stella Blue. Got back to home today. That was the first thing I did, was just pop this little pod into the thing. And at Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables, and that's the absolute truth. So stop drinking those boring, tasteless big coffee beans and turn into Stella Blue. Remember, your mornings are sacred. It's a time to start treating them that way. Not only is Stella Blue's coffee premium beans sourced from the most coffee-rich geographies on Earth, but they are Big Cat tasted and approved, which is obviously the most important part. Stella Blue's coffee is delicious roast, or Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold brew K-cups, just like this. Ground and whole bean formats to seamlessly fit into your coffee morning routine. And every bag sold helps save dogs. That's the most important thing, obviously. So take your mornings back by heading to StellaBlueCoffee.com and use promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $25 or more. Or find Stella Blue Coffee on Amazon, available for delivery next day, or at the Barstool store. And once again, that's promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $20 or $25 or more at StellaBlueCoffee.com. On to the next pick.
All right, Freddy Krueger's Claws. I'm gonna go with another great movie that I saw recently within the last 5 years. The bolt pistol from No Country for Old.
That was going to be my next pick.
You
That's
motherfucker.
awesome. That was on my list too.
The way that
call,
fucking
buddy.
thing could pick locks was
Yeah.
like,
Dude, it was horrifying.
yeah, how come
It's
nobody?
horrifying.
Yeah,
Now,
Got it.
yeah.
How about when he pulls the guy over, pretending?
Yeah.
I was like, just come here, and just let the cattle thing.
he won an Oscar for that, correct? For Best Supporting, I want to say. Or he was nominated.
Yeah.
He has
So
no
definitely won, yeah.
dialogue in that movie, and it's like one of the greatest acting performances I've ever seen.
Oh,
He was so
scary.
fucking good
He's
in that
so scary
movie,
in that.
and he doesn't even talk. He was fantastic. One of the last, what year did that come out? 2010-ish?
I'm terrible this century. Fucking COVID ruined my ability.
I know
to
that
fucking
COVID-
stop time anymore.
2007.
7?
No, I didn't have it itself. I just mean that the era, the COVID era, fucking that timeout fucked my ability to do time anymore. I swear
One
to
of
God.
the absolute best movies I've ever seen. And that
Oh,
comes
yeah.
iconic.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a
The
masterpiece.
Coens are the best, man. The Coens are fucking balls.
Yeah, that's just
That's
cool.
the guy from the Goonies, Ed. You know that?
Javier, the Coen brothers.
No. The lead is the guy from the Goonies.
Oh, yeah, Josh Brolin?
Yeah, Josh
Yeah,
Brolin. Yeah.
mhm.
His dad was a big time actor too.
Was it?
His mother was Barbara Streisand.
He was awesome in that movie too. Everything about that movie is almost like as close to perfect as you can get, I think.
Yeah.
When I close my eyes and think of a Texan, it's him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Javier Bardem.
Guns.
No,
Oh,
no.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Brolin
yeah.
in that movie.
How fucking hot is Kelly McDonald too? His fucking wife in it. She's a smoke.
Yeah.
I love that accent. It makes me
Yes.
it makes me like melt.
She's Irish too, man. She fucking did a good Texas accent for an Irish girl.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
Damn.
I would lie to you.
I wanted to take that almost over Scarface, but I thought you guys would give me shit about it. That's how much I appreciate that movie and that weapon in that movie.
Well, you got to appreciate how unique
Scott.
it is.
They
Scott
don't
is
use
not
just a
Irish,
normal
sorry.
gun, you know? It's a
Yeah.
fucking cattle gun.
Yeah, like that's why you got to appreciate it. And I think one of like the first scenes he kills someone with it, right? Like there's like outside the gas station, and like it really comes off with a bang. It's like within the first 15 minutes of the movie, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the cop that fucking arrests him, he fucking overpowers him, kills him right in the station.
Yeah.
But not with
Yeah.
the cattle.
Oh, it's not with the cattle gun.
No, so like he kills the cop in the station,
And he chokes him,
with
that's
the,
right,
with
that's
the
right.
handcuffs,
Yeah.
and then he takes the cop car, and he's
Yeah.
like pulling over, like he has to switch cars. Unsuspecting like 7-year-old guy pulls him over and just like, hey, why don't you come here? Like just hold still,
Yeah.
just hold still, like a psycho.
What are
Just
you
goes,
doing? The
Yeah.
guy was like confused, like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah,
Whatever the first kill is with it, it's like whoa,
yeah,
ooh.
yep.
Something about that sound.
He kind of had a little Joker in him too. He's like he flips the coin at the
Oh,
gas
yeah.
station.
Yeah.
Chaps,
That was-
everything.
Fantastic
that's one of my
pick.
Two-Faces.
I'm gonna go with Cherry Darling, her leg in Planet Terror that has the gun.
The machine gun
has the
thing,
gun
yeah.
leg where she's
Yeah.
an amputee, but she has that crazy gun that she slides in and shoots somebody with. I like that one. Fuck you guys. That was a good pick.
It might be. It might be a good
Never
pick.
seen it.
I
I mean, you think about weapons from movie. It was the first one that popped into my head.
Oh, I this is
I know what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
That's a good weapon. You don't see things like that in movies that often.
Rose McGowan, was that the one who had it? Was it
Yes.
Rose McGowan?
Yep.
Yeah.
was this a good movie?
I don't know. I've never seen it, but I just remember seeing that scene and being like, "God damn,
That's
that's
I think
badass."
that's allowable.
What?
If he hasn't
a prosthetic gun. Yeah.
no, I'm
No, no,
like
no,
yeah,
like-
I
Oh,
meant
drafting
the
something you haven't
spirit.
seen.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, for integrity purposes.
yeah, for integrity person.
Have you seen this, Rhea?
You know what? I didn't. I'm a Tarantino nut, but I never watched either one of those flicks for whatever reason. I don't know. I just never got around to them. What was the guy? What were the two of them? What were they called? The two? I don't even. There was him and what's his name? Rodriguez. They did the two movies. They were back to back, right? Yeah. Okay. It's like,
Not sure.
I didn't see him.
All right, Chief, you're up.
I feel like I might be on an island with this one too. I love the movie Gangs of New York. The character Monk, which is Gleason, he just carries around this club, and every time he bashes somebody's skull in, he puts a little notch in it. So he's like, how many, he was like a mercenary in these like gang wars, so you get paid per notch, and he just would beat the fuck out of guys and bash their skull in with this big Irish guy just smashing guys in the head. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, I don't think the movie is all that great.
I like it.
It's fine.
Yeah. I think it's a fine movie.
I'm
It's a
trying to
good
think,
TV movie.
What's that?
I think it's a
TV
good TNT, AMC, Saturday, Sunday morning movie.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I haven't gone out of my way to watch it since the first time I saw it.
It's good. It's not Scorsese's best. It's kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't think Cameron Diaz is great in it. The soundtrack's a little weird, but the story itself is great. But it's definitely rewatchable. But I don't think it's one of his best. Wait, so it was Gleason who had that club?
Yeah.
Because didn't John C. Reilly was one of the gang members. Then he becomes the cop.
Yeah,
Didn't
he did not have the club. It was definitely Gleason.
Yeah, exactly.
But
he was
Gleason,
cheating that.
they elected sheriff, and then Bill the Butcher came and murdered him with that club, if you remember correctly.
Okay, yeah. He's so good in that fucking, Daniel Day-Lewis.
So Daniel Day-Lewis, I think, and if I was just not necessarily movies, but if I were going to rank movie characters, Bill the Butcher is at like the top of my list. Like I think he's an awesome character.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie around him, maybe not elite,
I'd
but
agree.
he's an elite character.
100%, yeah.
All right, the club from Gangs in New York. White Sox, Dave.
I'm gonna go chalk. I'm gonna go Thor's hammer.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could have just done a Marvel weapon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Fuck that.
This is right at the very
I
top
agree.
of
I agree.
yeah. A couple more of them, obviously, but I would say this one.
Yeah, especially because you can't be a pussy and lift it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Could you lift it?
Hell no.
It's a heavy
I'm a
hammer.
pussy, huh?
It's a heavy hammer.
Yeah.
Are you a Thor guy, Dave? Have you seen Thor?
Yeah, I've seen these. Yeah, that's exactly how I fell in love with the song "Come and Get Your Love," Ed.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's in the Avengers soundtrack. Yeah, which is like the all-time great soundtrack from that movie. But I've seen all those movies. I like plot points. I couldn't describe them start to finish, obviously, but like I said, I do enjoy them when I watch them. And Thor's hammer,
So what's the deal with it? It's like a boomerang kind of thing, or no?
you can hit shit like a baseball bat back at people with it and shit. Yeah, you can. And he strikes it down, and it has like lightning and all this stuff. Yeah,
Just got a lot of power, a lot of pop in that bat, huh, Dave?
ton of pop in that bat. It's like a 2007 D Marini.
-4.
Drop 3. -4 is illegal. They felt like they were drop 4
In
or 5.
2007?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Maybe 99.
They stopped.
There's a drop.
They
5
made it
in 99.
-3 prior to me getting in high school. Was the limit.
Yeah, the old Easton.
They were -5, -7. Yeah, and those things barrels were like this big. They were basically the Thor hammers. Or the hammer.
They
of
were,
Thor.
yeah, but just very light instead.
All right, you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
This is an easy one. Dirty Harry's 44 Magnum.
Great one.
Yeah. That's feels like good value there.
Hard to argue anything, Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's one of the. I feel like it's in terms of a scene that's describing the weapon, probably the most iconic.
Yeah.
Where he just like, this is the most powerful gun. What does he say? All right, can you get the quote?
This is the most powerful gun in the world. I can't remember if I fired 3 shots of 4, but I probably mixed the moves up. But
Yeah.
I don't. Was it? Well, if you feel lucky, punk. Well, do you?
Yeah.
Because Make My Day was sudden impact. Yeah, but Dirty Harry's the one. Like, well, do you feel lucky,
Do you
punk?
feel
Will,
lucky,
do you?
Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I fired 5 shots or 6 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking great movie. Either
Yeah.
way, that's that. I'm up again, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna go with. We are gonna go with. And I know this fucking you guys ain't probably taking this, but the bomb in Doctor Strangelove. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
It's a nuclear bomb, so it's definitely a fucking weapon.
I've never seen it,
Never
yeah.
seen it either.
Yeah, I know it's an old movie and it's black and white and most people watch it probably haven't, but the balls on Stanley Kubrick, right? I think it came out in '64. He made a movie about a fucking a satire about nuclear war at the height of the Cold War when everyone was shitting their pants. The Cuban Missile Crisis, I think it had just happened, and he fucking made a movie mocking all of it and just fucking like jet black satire. It's fucking hilarious, brilliant, still holds up. So yeah, Doctor Strange. If you haven't seen it, can't recommend it enough. So that's my next one.
I did not know that this was a comedy.
Oh yeah, it's fucking biting satire. Peter Sellers plays like what I think 3 or 4 roles in it. It just mocks the fucking stupidity and idiocy of war. And yeah, again, and it does it at a time when everybody was shitting their pants, which just means Kubrick had all the balls in the world to do what he did when he did it, and the fucking thing's a masterpiece. So
Is that his only comedy that he did?
Well, I didn't see Barry Lyndon. I think there's some comedy in that, but I didn't see that. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I think it might be actually.
I think you can argue that the first half of Full Metal Jacket is a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It is.
Yeah, the whole boot
You can
camp
laugh at it,
part.
but that
They
don't mean it's funny.
casted.
I mean,
They casted a actor for his role, Arlie Ermy or whatever his name was, and he was like a consultant for the movie. And he was so good, and like when they were shooting, that they're like, no, you're fired. You're actually hired for this movie, Arlie Ermy.
Yeah, because he was a legit.
Right.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
he was a real
instructor.
drill sergeant.
Right.
Yeah, but he was never a gunnery sergeant.
No.
No, staff sergeant. But there's staff sergeant in 3 branches, so they went with gunny because it's the only one in the Marine Corps that's specific.
What's your major malfunction, dipshit?
Pile.
I got to see more of his movies, man. Have you seen many of them? Anyone here?
No, just Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. Have you? I've seen The Shining and
I've seen The Shining.
A Clockwork Orange.
I have not
Shining,
seen that.
Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, Doctor Strangelove. What?
I didn't
Lolita,
realize
which I
Eyes
didn't
Wide
see.
Shut was him.
The moon
Lots
landing.
of tits in that one.
Oh yeah, lots.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Shout out tits.
Oh god, yeah, that's boom. That's it. That's fucking. That was his probably most groundbreaking movie right there. I mean,
Yeah,
Get
that's
stoned and watch that, man. It's fucking unbelievable.
You know
Like,
what,
I mean,
all
again,
right.
people
I
were
might watch
impressed
that
today when you
tonight.
watch it. What's that?
2001: A Space
Space, you
Odyssey.
said get high and watch that. I might do it tonight.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we'll just watch it. But I mean, again, modern audiences might be bored by it, but you got to remember when it came out, what, 68? Like, nobody had seen fucking anything like this before. It's such an influence on, like, every space or sci-fi movie that came after. It's pretty
That
wild.
I kind of feel like that should be a blog, like RA's definitive list of movies to get high and watch.
I actually
yeah.
would appreciate.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I would consult
Yeah.
that blog regularly.
I'd
I
work
mean, I
my
get
way
high
through.
every time I watch movies. So
But the best
pull it
ones,
down,
the
but-
best ones.
I'd work my way through
Okay.
that more than the top Oscar pictures.
I think so too.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds like a challenge, boys.
Yeah,
100 years of Oscar movies.
Crack
Get out of my
those
face.
fingers. Log in to HQ and
Oh,
give us
I
that
know.
blog.
The writing fucking writer's block has been a motherfucker lately, but
It has been.
I've been struggling with that myself.
Same.
Maybe I'll write this blog.
Fuck off.
Movies that,
No,
movies that I
it's
think
tough,
RA would enjoy if he were high.
Movies that RA told me are awesome that is high definitively ranked.
yeah, I gotta see some of this because that movie is known as like one of the best of all time too. But it
What,
does.
Clockwork Orange?
No, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
yeah, I've never seen it either.
It does. You said it doesn't really hold up though, which is more so like.
No, I'm not saying that. No, it holds up great. I think I'm saying like, I mean, a modern audiences, I tend to think I'd get really bored really quickly, and I don't know if they'll fucking be patient for it. But I mean, again, context. You got to remember when it came out, and no one had made a movie like this before. It's definitely a trippy fucking movie, man. I definitely worth watching at least once. If you don't like it, that's on you. But it's a fucking brilliant flick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, White Sox Dave.
I'm gonna go with the Walter PPK, James Bond.
There you go. There you go.
The actors changed, the technology changed obviously throughout the James Bond from the 60s through now. The gun never changed. Obviously it got better and there's, more advanced models, but it was always the Walter PPK.
All right.
How
was.
this
Agreed.
is stupid, but how much did GoldenEye just kill this though? Because it was always the worst gun.
It was the worst. Gun.
It wasn't the worst gun in Golden. The Klob was the worst gun in GoldenEye.
All right,
The Klob was horrible.
bottom three then.
But it was a starting gun, yeah.
And I would still argue the Klob was better.
The Klob was horrible. The Klob was the worst gun in the game. The Klob, I would rather use fists than the Klob.
No, that's
Slappers. I'd rather use the slappers.
that's
Ed.
too much.
The slappers were fun though.
Yeah.
Slappers only.
But yeah, it's. I know it's not a nuclear bomb or an Infinity Star or whatever, but it's the nuts and bolts. It's what got James Bond from the 60s through the 2020s.
Yeah, it's Bond.
It's Bond.
Chief.
I'm nervous because Chaps is here. I want to take Major Plumley's pistol in We Were Soldiers. You seem like you're not happy with this pick.
No, We Were Soldiers is my all-time favorite military movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that the way that Hal Moore is portrayed is just so good, and I like more so than just the violence in military movies. I like the human aspects, like when he's leaving his kids, when the cab rolls up and they give him that her husband, or she thinks that Hal Moore died, but it's somebody else across the street.
Yeah.
I think that movie is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's a very good movie too. I feel like it gets shit on.
It does. When he just stands up in the middle of the field in Vietnam and he's just looking around with bullets whipping around his head,
Yeah.
even sitting there still, I'd be like, I'd fucking go anywhere with this.
Yeah. Dude. So, have you guys seen We Were Soldiers?
No.
So it's
Is that Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think
But-
it was that good from what I remember.
I liked it.
It's my favorite.
It's his favorite, but Plumley refuses to use a rifle, so he's just in battle with just his pistol. So he's fighting them. Just stands up and just starts blasting people with just shooting, feeling indiscriminately, just shooting over.
Yeah.
And I
Very
don't know,
long shots for a pistol.
Yes.
too. Way outside of their maximum effective range.
but he probably did it.
He probably did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm taking. I'm surprised to hear that that's your favorite one. I thought you were going to shit on it because I feel like a lot of people shit on that movie, but I like that movie.
It's number 2. Number 1, Few Good Men. Number 2, We Were
Oh,
Soldiers.
I don't even really consider that a military movie.
I do. It's the
military.
reason.
I mean, it is.
It's the reason why I joined the Marine Corps. That movie.
No shit.
Yeah, because whenever at the beginning he says the Marines at Guantanamo are fanatical about what? About being Marines. I was like, fuck it, I'm in.
That's for me.
And I have the whole speech memorized too at the end.
Can we end the episode with it?
Sure.
Get like when he's crossing.
I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly
that one.
fathom.
Yeah.
You like this one, Red?
Not my favorite war movie. I mean, it was decent, but it's not one I've gone back and watched too many times. I mean, it's good. It's good enough. I mean, it's a good story, a true story. But yeah, I would say it's one of my top war movies, though.
Have we done a war movie draft? I don't think we have. We should.
I didn't watch a bunch, right? But it's I have a good few, but that'd be a good one.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's invite everybody except for Chaps for that one.
That's mean.
No, I
like to
except
participate.
Cons. I like his content.
Yeah,
no,
that's a
joking.
better one.
Yeah.
Chaps, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bear Jews baseball bat.
Oh, fuck!
Fuck, that's a good one.
Fuck!
Teddy fucking ball game. You missed out, RA. You would have thought you had that guy.
Nah,
God damn
Bear
it! What a
Jew.
pick! And I already had written you off, Chaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That's
changes
a
the
fucking
calculus.
great pick.
What a
Thank
great
you.
Brought him
pick.
back to life.
Yeah. I love when
humbly decline.
Brad Pitt is like, he wants to die for his country.
Yeah.
Oblige
him.
Oblige him.
You sent me that GIF one time. I was asking him for a little Ace advice. I'm like, hey, how do I get Ace to go outside when he's raining? He doesn't like water. And he's like, oblige him, meaning fucking yank his ass out there.
Yeah.
Oblige him.
Oblige him.
I love that.
That whole scene is when he's hitting the bat in the tunnel and it's dark and he walks out.
He rubs it against his ear, like his head.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're like, that dude's a Nazi and he's a real piece of shit. But you're like, he must have the biggest fucking testicles ever.
Yeah, because he's like, I humbly decline. He wasn't even like nervous or that's fanatical for
Fuck you and your Yankee dogs.
Yeah.
The
Your Jew dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah. Worse.
Yeah, way worse. Yeah. Like, you know what? Actually, let's bash this guy's head in.
Ed and I,
right.
Like, I know if you've heard of Aldo the Apache, you've definitely heard of the Bear Jew. He's gonna beat the fuck out of you.
I had one Jewish friend until Barstool. Really, I grew up in a very very Christian. It's where I
the
grew
most
up.
Christian town in
I
America.
like
Where
it.
I grew
Wherever
up
this is going, I like it.
is there was no Jewish people. I was never really exposed to Jewish people until I got to college, and then especially now afterwards. I went and saw that movie with my Jewish friend, and he's like, "This is the coolest motherfucker ever." And I couldn't disagree with him because he is the coolest motherfucker ever.
Yep.
Bear Jew, and he was like, he's like, they're his guy for that little stretch.
It's not a great documentary, but it's kind of interesting. It's on Amazon Prime about the real Inglourious Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only movie, maybe in my entire life, that, you go into it so fucking amped about seeing this movie. You've seen the trailers forever. It's probably the only movie that exceeded those super high expectations for me. I thought that so many of the characters in that movie were fantastic. Christoph Waltz, maybe the best acting
great.
I've ever seen.
Ever.
It's just he's
Ever.
in every movie he's in.
And then
He's the most underrated dude.
Then he did Django, and he was like,
Ooh, that's
Maybe
a
even
bingo.
better, yeah.
Like he had so many memorable lines.
When I talk about acting, and Christoph Waltz, to me, blows Denzel Washington out
But-
of the fucking water
See,
for
here-
that exact reason.
He's so good.
here's
He's
a problem, though,
so
Dave.
good.
Here's the problem with your argument, because you say he kind of does the same characters. A lot of people say that about Christoph Waltz, too.
I've only from Django and
Yeah.
Glorious Bastards.
Yeah.
I
that's-
don't see that at all.
There's definitely similarities for sure.
God.
There's a big similarity.
How do you not see the similarities between the way he acts in those two roles?
Yeah, okay.
That is your Denzel Washington. He's great at it, but that is your Denzel
He's
Washington.
at least looks different from role to role.
So does Denzel.
What?
I mean,
You think
he looked a lot different in Training Day than he looked as Coach Boone.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He's
How
wearing
about
just
when he was
normal
Malcolm X? How about when
everyday
he was
clothes.
how about when he's Malcolm X versus Coach Boone?
Or Muhammad Ali or Butch Hurricane Carter.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, he didn't grow his hair out, or like that's what I'm talking about. Like,
True, same length hair.
in Django, it's
It's a little bit longer hair.
yeah, well, a lot longer. It's like shoulder length.
No, it's like to here.
Yeah, shoulders almost.
All right, Dave.
I-
you can just say
This is a little hypocritical by you.
No, I'm trying to see it.
I thought this was definitely a thing.
I only know him from those two movies, personally. What else is he in?
Also, I would like to get me and RA go down with that huge ivory pipe and just load it up with some weed and just take it out and watch We Were Soldiers together. Be fantastic.
Yeah, I would do that. I would shotgun weed out of. Literally out of a shotgun like they do in Platoon. I would be down for that.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's not loaded.
Just
first,
don't
that's
get
all.
upset whenever I start weeping, RA.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'll match you in that category.
Love
buddy.
it. I don't know about that. I'm the Steph Curry of crying.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
crying Ryan over here.
I'm the Steph Curry of shooting basketballs.
Yeah, you are.
All right. The Bear Jews baseball bat. Back up to me. Man, I still got a lot that I like, and I thought I was going to be hurting in this one. I'm going to go. It's a cool weapon in the context of the movie, but also if you're drafting a board of cool weapons, and I know it's movie weapons, not cool weapons, a flamethrower has to be on the list. I don't know if you guys have seen The Thing,
No.
but that's what they use. Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking awesome movie, buddy.
Yeah. The Thing.
Awesome movie.
I've actually. So I think Kenjack took it 1-1 in the horror movie draft. Basically, like they use this flamethrower because that's the only way they find this like alien-like being that like morphs onto people, and you could like tell who reacts to the heat, and then obviously that's how they kill the alien being too. It's pretty. It's a fucking flamethrower.
Look at you had me at flamethrower.
Yeah.
Flamethrowers are awesome. It's like when Elon Musk was bored like 5-6 years ago. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna make flamethrowers.
Mr. Bong, wasn't that what, or something? Wasn't it called something like that? Mr. Bong?
I can't remember what it's called, but he like made and sold flamethrowers.
No, it's called Not a Flamethrower.
But then they changed it, right?
Did that?
Didn't KFC buy one?
KFC bought one.
Yeah.
Did they?
I think it was Mr. Bong. Maybe I'm thinking of a bong.
Flamethrowers are awesome. Any World War II movie where they go in and they use a flamethrower, I'm like, this is fucking sweet.
My favorite interview I've ever done was with Woody Williams, a Medal of Honor recipient, whose job it was as a flamethrower.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And he wasn't trained on it. They just showed up one day on the beach and they were like, who wants to be a flamethrower? And they didn't know what the weapons were. They had like 10 Marines that went over there and checked it out. And they said, who can control it the best? And Woody Williams was one of them. 17 years old, going up to pillboxes with a fucking flamethrower.
That's pretty wild.
He was like, it was the most fun. He was like, think about how much you like burning shit. Like, what kid in the 1940s didn't stand out there with a magnifying glass burning ants?
Duh. And then I love that scene in Private Ryan where they finally break in, they get one, and everyone on the beach is just like, don't shoot, let them burn. And
Yeah.
they
Yep.
roll in these burning flame on fire Nazis just rolling down the hill. They're like, nah, let them.
Yep.
Keep going.
They
You guys should watch The Thing.
Okay.
It's worth your time.
Ryan
Oh,
doesn't
great
like
fucking
scary
movie, yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
All right.
How scary is it? Is
It's
it a
not-
good
it's-
movie or
no,
super scary?
It's not super scary. It's a good movie. Right? Right?
Well, it's a great horror science fiction movie. I mean, I think it's fucking dynamite. It's one of those ones that it didn't do good when it came out. Actually, it came out the same day as Blade Runner in '82, and like neither one of them did all that great. And then over the years, they became like cult classics, like fucking people love. But I think it's definitely maybe the effects because they're 40 years old. They might not scare you like they might have 40 back in the day. But I think it's great, man. It's a wicked, creepy movie. And if you watch it, it was actually really good, Eddie, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because they're all cooped up. They're all fucking stuck in the Antarctica. They can't go anywhere. So fucking, it definitely was a good pandemic movie. But yeah, I couldn't recommend The Thing fucking enough. John Carpenter one.
I watched for the first time in the last couple of years. So, and I enjoyed it. So I think you guys would too. All right. I need to start the 5th round.
This is so tough now.
I know. I'm getting down to slim pickings.
I got 7 picks. I got 7 left.
I got 5.
I'm a little unorthodox, but I think this counts, and I think this is good. I'm going to enter Kevin McAllister's home, and I'm going to take the paint cans.
Wow.
That's
Good pick, Ed.
Good pick.
Yeah, I think the paint cans, and I thought about what I like the most. The paint
That's
cans,
the one you like the best?
I think that would be tremendously painful.
Whatever that.
Can we
That would knock
get rid
you
of
out
all the
fucking
Home Alones
cold.
and remove like where you get suspended if you mentioned it?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's bold
more
if you
Home
take
Alone?
another Home Alone pick. But,
Yeah.
Me, the hardest I've ever laughed in a movie ever when the brick scene in Home Alone.
Suck brick kid.
Yeah, that would suck too. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That
When
would,
he's like, blah, 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 blah.
And then I love when he like heats up the door handle too. Like,
Yeah.
whatever that.
All of them.
Yeah.
I like when
Micro Machines.
Yep.
he lights his head on fire in the second one, and he's like,
torch?
yeah, no, on the second one, and then he's looking around, he's looking in the mirror, and then he sees the toilet, and he goes fucking feet up,
Yeah.
like touching the ceiling, and then it's a cut scene, and you just see the poof, all the smoke.
The paint scene too. Whenever it falls. I mean everything.
Yeah.
What great movies!
Stepping on the ornament.
It's funny because the second one's the exact same thing as the first one, and it's still
Doesn't matter. Same thing with Jackass.
yeah, they do different
still great.
Shit. So
But yeah, taking a paint can to the fucking face
Dome.
would be like your face would be broke.
the iron pipe too.
That
Going down
was-
the stairs.
Iron pipe is like
You'd be dead, Zoe.
they're
Yes,
dead.
yes.
Yeah, you're dead.
But the paint cans were there first, so that's
Yep.
why I think it's better.
What I'm trying to, that's probably a solid 15 pounds, right? That would knock you out absolutely cold.
Yeah. Even if it like kind of if you didn't get it dead on, you're getting a wicked stick.
yeah.
You're probably getting 45 zips for that.
Oh yeah, smashing
say-
your nose and your teeth would be shattered.
Yeah.
I want to say someone did the research, like what would happen, like like MythBusters or someone, but like you'd have no teeth, like your nose would be like you said. So
I feel like that's a hard thing to execute though. You know, to like on a string.
you only got one shot.
Yeah.
All right, Chaps, you're up again.
This is the one. This is probably the one that I'm going back and forth the most. I would say, the chainsaw from American Psycho.
From American Psycho. All right.
That's a good pick.
I think
There's a lot of chainsaws to take. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the most.
I know it's not the most.
iconic.
Like
You're
it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else is going to pick a chainsaw. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah.
obviously.
Like-
but I think
Steel.
more terrifying because it's more realistic. American Psycho.
Yeah, I
love that gif. Ooh.
the Leatherface one was
Yeah.
what I was debating that over the Freddy Claw because I think the Leatherface one is pretty.
That's
He's got someone's face on. He's in a dress running around.
But
Terrifying.
the fact that American Psycho looks like a dude that you could be like in a bank with, and then he's coming at you with a chainsaw.
yeah. There's something
Terrifying.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Anything else on the chainsaw?
Horrifying.
The sound,
The sound of a
alone,
chainsaw is like the scariest thing on it.
If you knew somebody was trying to kill you and you heard like coming at you,
That's like one of those things
That's not
where
gonna-
like
that's
you,
painful.
you think you have a good hiding spot and then you hear that, you're like, I gotta risk it. I'm out of here. Like you're darting,
yep.
giving yourself up.
I like that one Geico commercial where they're spoofing like 90 slasher movies, and it's a group of like 23-year-olds, and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna kill us!" And they're like, "Maybe you should go hide behind all those chainsaws."
You love Geico commercials.
They're the best commercials on earth. All of them. It doesn't matter if it's Pinocchio, if it's like
Caveman.
yeah.
the cavemen. They're all hilarious. They're all hilarious.
Chief, you're up.
Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze. Michelangelo's nunchucks.
Had that one.
Oh, Rear
That's a good
Admiral,
pick.
give it to him. Give it to him.
Give it to me for what?
Well, when me and Ed were talking last night, he was debating whether to make a TV and movies. And I says, you can't fucking do TV. Like, what TV weapons? And he's like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Donatello. I was like, perfect example of why it should be fucking movies only. Ed.
It
That's
said
about the
Secret
movie.
of the Ooze.
It was a
It's a
movie.
movie.
That's a movie, though. I'm talking.
Yeah.
Ed was referring to the TV show, and which validated my point that it should just be movies only. What you use the movie.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Ed.
Specifically, Secret of the Ooze, which I thought was the best one.
I've heard those
watch it
movies
too.
actually kind of hold up well too.
I saw Secret of the Ooze within the last 10 years, probably 7 years. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was
Sounds like
my
a porn
absolute
title.
favorite fucking movie
Secret
as a kid on
Ooze.
VHS, and I
Oh,
don't.
I wore it out.
Yeah.
It had the
Wore
green
it out.
label.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I heard like the
rap.
director,
Yeah. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
the director,
Go ninja, go, go ninja, go ninja, go.
they were like praised for how they went about it. Like they made it adult when they could have just made that just a kiddie
Yeah.
bullshit movie,
I
like they did with Mario Brothers.
I had legitimate nightmares about Super Shredder back in the day. Too.
Oh yeah,
Super Shredder was
Same thing with
Like
longtime
horrifying.
throwing
Stoolie.
his
Yeah.
arm out of the trash.
Yep.
Same thing with longtime Stoolie, Bebop, and Rocksteady.
Long time Stoolie.
Big Stoolies.
Okay.
From the Milton days, brick by brick.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What about the guy with the brain in his belly?
Oh, yeah.
That was only in the cartoon, I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Like. His name was
It'd be tough to do in
The
a movie.
Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to go cartoon there.
The story of them I watched like they do like behind the scenes. It was like behind the toy or something behind the movie. They did one of these on that, and it was pretty interesting. The two guys that created this, like they created, I think they created the show to make the comics big, and then like it just all like just exploded.
Yeah,
It was
I was a Ninja Turtle like 3 or 4 years in a row as a kid. Like it was,
they're still.
I loved.
My nephews were at this year.
I feel like they went out like the Power Rangers took them over, and then the Turtles had a resurgence like in the last 10 years.
One of my favorite video games too.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a
Oh,
great
yeah.
video game.
I don't know if I ever played
Like the Stand arcade
Yes,
one, right?
that one too. But they
Yes.
had it for Nintendo NES. Or,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And
where and it was one of those games where you couldn't go deeper or further. Like it was just one line where you could just jump, hit something,
infinite
jump.
foot soldiers. Where
Oh,
the
found
Foot
a pizza,
Clan.
full health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Like I'd say that The Simpsons and like NBA Jam are my favorite, like old school
Arcade ones.
arcade style.
I
I
would
also
say
like Adam's Family.
that if I were ever going to be one of those people that have like a sweet basement someday and I can get an arcade, the Ninja Turtles one's the top pick for me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
I think that and NBA Jam.
Yeah. I liked NBA Jam for Sega better than the arcade. though.
Arcade.
Same.
I agree,
Same.
but I still like it on
Yeah.
arcade. And they're still making movies. That's why they're also still popular. They just dropped a
Yeah.
movie last year, so
Yeah, I haven't seen. They look too like real.
I know.
yeah. The
Yeah.
animation just hasn't.
The anime, yeah. Like I feel like the '92 one. I think it came out in '92. So it was something like that.
Yeah.
Like that Secret of the Ooze. Like those guys, even though they look worse, like it makes it better somehow.
I don't think they do look worse though.
They look worse. They're like too jacked or something. I can't explain.
I like
Yeah.
the way they look. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, like
For
we
back then, that was good.
Yeah.
That
we were
good
talking about
costumes.
Independence Day, obviously. The aliens in that movie, that was 96? 96. Look real. Better than, like, the CGI got worse over the years. Like, in Signs, the aliens look like computer-generated AI bullshit. And the aliens, like, I don't know. I disagree with you there.
The turtles weren't.
No, I'm
AI.
saying they look better back then. than they do
so I
now.
agree with you.
Yes.
Yes.
The turtles weren't AI back then, though.
Right.
No, I know. It was just costume.
Or
Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah, I mean, like, give me these guys over
Yeah, yes.
these guys any day of the week.
Yeah,
Yes.
those guys
Yes,
stink
they
out loud.
stink.
Like the
Yeah.
new animation just doesn't look as good.
It's like
Ninja
the
Turtles overall, very underrated franchise. I bet that franchise has made a shit ton
rolls
of
it
money.
in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure.
The one guy.
How would you look that up? How
got
much?
out.
Money a franchises have made overall.
The one guy got out. He's like, I don't know if there's anything else like we could really do with this. And then the other guy was like, all right, I'll keep it all. And then he still made a shit ton of money. He's like, yeah, I wish I didn't cash
Just
out.
keep doing it like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Since its inception in 1984, 17.4 billion. It's
Pretty good.
total revenue.
Yeah.
That's more than Looney Tunes. That's crazy.
That's
The
like
amount
with
of action
toys and shit.
figures
Though,
they
right?
used to sell too.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
I had those. I used to like
Yeah.
throw them out my window. I'd have them fight on the windowsill. And then like I'd have like kick them off. Be like, oh, fucking Leo's dead. What are we gonna do now?
I used to put them in my wrestling ring that I had with like my Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage toys, and it was like elastic ropes. I would get them to smash into each other. It's awesome.
White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'll go with Jason's machete.
That's good.
Yep.
And it's mostly out of necessity for me for my last round pick. I have a kind of a joke pick and then another gold or James Bond pick. So this is it by default.
Yeah, Jason's machete
It's
is the worst part about his machete is that it gets so overshadowed by his hockey mask. So that kind of sucks.
true that
Yeah.
it sucks.
Second fiddle to the mask.
Very second fiddle
Yeah,
accessory.
it wasn't like his only weapon. I mean, he killed fucking in 17,000 different ways. He used the machete a few times, but I wouldn't say that was his like.
That it's more like not necessarily his calling card. It's like what you picture he's with when you picture Jason.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he could smash your head into smithereens. He could do a lot of things. All right, RA.
He was a well-rounded athlete.
He was.
My final pick, I'm going to go with the 38 special snub nose that Michael Corleone kills the Turk and Salazzo with in The Godfather.
It's a good
The
one.
Godfather.
So
guy,
hold
fucking
on,
Michael Corleone. Come on, a little
Lucy.
fucking little
Yeah.
fucking
Little
noise.
tape on the handle.
Yep.
Yeah. I first him. He's clean. I first 1,000 of them punks like him.
Yeah, it's an iconic weapon. That's such a great
Fucking
scene.
right.
Yeah.
Such a great scene.
Fucking phenomenal movie.
I feel like the Snub Nose 38 Special was like the gangster gun, aside from the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a little fucking.
It was loud. Scare any
Oh yeah.
piece of shit innocent bystanders away.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you gotta go, boom, get blood all over your nice Ivy League suit, huh?
All right, did you ever watch that show that was like the fictionalized version of the making of The Godfather?
I did. Yeah, it was a little cheesy. I'm a huge Godfather guy. I thought it was a little too cheesy, and there was like they were shoehorning way too many like Easter eggs in there. I thought but it was entertaining, but it was definitely a little too cheesy.
Yeah, I got
thought.
through it. I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it.
Wait.
Yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
there was definitely a camp aspect to it, and like I said, it were like stuff that a Godfather freak like me would already know. Like they were like shoehorned into like people who weren't familiar with it. Like, oh my god, I didn't know that, but the people
Yeah.
who know were like rolling their eyes at some of it. But
How do you wait? Can you fictional? How do you?
It's with what's his face from Top Gun, the second one, the younger guy. Can I ever think?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, and he's like the producer, and they go through like all the things that had to go into the making of it, where they're dealing with.
But it's fictional.
But it's a true story. But it's
I got
it's
you.
not
I
a
got you.
documentary.
I
It's
got
a
you. I got
series.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's based on a book about the making of the Godfather.
Yeah.
Dave.
I got you.
Eddie, how do we feel about if I want to change my answer? Can I do that?
Fingers off the chess piece is
Yeah.
typically the rule.
It's typically the rule. I'm interested in what you want to say, though.
I mean,
Well, just give me a ruling if I can or not.
It would
You
be
can't.
it would be unprecedented.
Yeah. Typically, a lot of it would never happen. The only way it happens if people think you'd be worse off with it. That's the only way it ever
pretty much.
happens.
Okay, so you want me to say it and decide?
Sure, go for it.
Well, RA has one more pick.
No, that was it.
You're right. You're right.
it.
I
Sorry.
think that's it.
Yep.
All right, so my answer would be the pencil from The Dark Knight.
Oh, I didn't have that on my list, but I thought of it. I kind of want to take a shoe knife with that he
Joker.
kicks you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have counted, but I don't know. What would you replace it with?
The Ring.
Oh
No.
no,
Sorry.
No.
no.
Veto.
No, but the thing is, like, a lot of people listening are gonna be like, "This is a great pick." Like, you're just. In a
I don't
fan
know
room.
that they
that
will,
happens
though,
from
Ed.
time to time.
I don't know
Should've
that they
made it
will.
earlier,
What'd you say?
Should have made it earlier. It's a draft.
Yeah.
Can't do a do-over in a draft.
Let's do.
Sorry, Chaps.
Let's do honorable mentions. I got 3. I have Michael Myers knife, obviously. I have Odd Jobs hat,
Oh, that'd be a good one.
and then I have slick shoes from the Goonies. I just want to give Data some love. He
Yeah,
had a
you
couple
gotta
options
give
that he
Data
could
some
have
love.
used. All right, what do you got? Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions: the Deathmobile from Animal House, the car at the end. I mean,
Yeah.
that they
All right.
fucking ran people over with. Rambo's knife. That's
Yeah.
another iconic knife.
Yeah, it is.
Bruce Lee's nunchucks.
Yeah.
So I had Bruce Lee's fists and feet. That was my joke.
Yeah. Okay.
a good one.
The ice pick that
Lethal.
killed Maury and Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
What else? Oh, and the gun in the gun in Stand By Me that fucking suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
Suck my fat one. He was in, well, not this office. He was in here at the end of the summer.
I love that
Oh,
movie.
Will Wheaton was?
Nah, Will Wheaton's dead, isn't he?
No, River Phoenix is dead.
River
Yeah,
Phoenix
River
is dead.
Phoenix
Will
dead.
Wheaton's
So who was in
alive.
the office then?
Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell was, yeah.
Okay, so it was Vern, not either one of those two guys.
Yeah, I'm one of the
7 cents, Vern.
Direction.
7 cents.
Chief.
I had Bill the Butcher's meat cleaver, the Force from Star Wars, Harry Potter's wand,
Had that one.
Oppenheimer's A-bomb,
Had that one.
Kill Bill the katana,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had Barry Pepper's sniper rifle in Saving Private Ryan, where he's like, "This would make me a fine instrument of warfare."
Yeah, that's how you gripe soldier.
Yeah, you get me and this here rifle within a mile of Adolf Hitler. War's over, boys. We're going home.
I could listen to.
I love that whole scene when they're walking.
I could listen to an audiobook of Dave just talking like that. That's how you grab soldier.
That's how you gripe soldier.
Chaps.
The Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle from American Sniper. I had the Raptors in Jurassic World.
I was shooting a 50 cal yesterday.
Turning Raptors into working dogs would be amazing.
Yeah, there were weapons.
Casey Jones hockey stick from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
And the last one I had.
I never
That's
liked
it.
Casey Jones.
Yeah, that's it.
Dave.
The laser from Austin Powers, even though he never used it.
The one from the Shark's Head?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the said yeah.
Freaking
Giant
laser.
Freaking lasers. I love Seth Green in that movie so much.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't you just push him in the fucking pond with the fucking sharks? Shut up, Scott. Daddy's working.
You're not even gonna watch him die.
He's low key like the most evil one of them all.
I drafted him and Chief shit on me. He hates Seth Green.
I mean, he's a great character in that movie.
He's perfect in that
Yeah.
movie.
And the redhead draft.
The cricket from Men in Black, even though I haven't seen it in so long, that would have been disingenuous. And then Bruce Lee's Fists and Feet.
Oh, yeah. I also had the little bee from the first Kid that they make where it could go around. It's like a little drone and they would stick somebody with poison.
Oh,
Remember that one?
There's a kung fu movie. It's called Kiss of the Dragon. More dragon. We were talking about dragons. I don't know. Where Bruce Lee, it's an awesome fucking movie. I swear to God. He takes it's like a little needle. And whenever he's fighting someone, he sticks it back in the back of their neck. And then all of a sudden they freeze. They're like, what the fuck did you just do to me? It makes all the blood rush to their brain. And then all the eyes and pop from all the blood pressure and shit. It's fucking gnarly.
I thought about taking Christoph Waltz's brain in Inglourious Bastards. I feel like he just like broke people, like the French guy, the dairy farmer.
Au revoir.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read them off, and then we're going to vote off who we think had the worst draft. Eddie, lightsaber, Freddy Krueger's claws, bolt pistol in No Country for Old Men, flamethrower from The Thing, paint cans from Home Alone, Chaps, Infinity Gauntlet, The Ring from Lauder, leg in Planet Terror, Bear Jews, baseball bat, chainsaw from American Psycho, Chief, Indiana Jones whip, Independence Day City Destroyer beam, club from Gangs of New York, Major Plumlee's pistol, Michelangelo's nunchucks, proton pack, White Sox Dave, proton pack, My Little Friend from Scarface, Thor's hammer, Walter, PPK, and James Bond, Jason's machete, R.A., the Death Star, knife from Psycho, Dirty Harry's 44 Magnum, the bomb in Doctor Strangelove, 38 Snubnose, and The Godfather.
How do I not win this?
This is hard. I think it's hard.
I think it is.
It's very hard.
I think it's very hard
I have a shit reason for my vote, though.
because I like some from everyone's. And RA, like you did, maybe not like the most exciting shit, but you did like some of the most like culturally relevant movies
Yeah.
you could possibly pick.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't like The Weapon was anything special, but it's like you can't deny the greatness of the moment.
Right.
Fucking Death Star will fuck you up.
What'd you say?
The Death Star will fuck you up.
Sure will. Planet Destroyer.
All right, who do you got? Who had the worst draft?
Fuck, I wish I could see them in front of me. I know you just read them off, but my say them again real quick. Sorry, other than mine. Sorry, fucking.
All right, Eddie,
real-
lightsaber, Freddy Krueger's claws, bolt pistol in No Country for Old Men, flamethrower in The Thing, paint cans, Home Alone, Chaps, Infinity Gauntlet, The Ring from Lord of the Rings, leg in Planet Terror, Bear Jews, baseball bat, chainsaw from American Psycho, Chief, Indiana Jones's whip, Independence Day City Destroyer beam, the club from Gangs of New York, Major Plumlee's pistol, Michelangelo's nunchucks, White Sox Dave proton pack, My Little Friend from Scarface, Thor's hammer, Walter, PBK, and James Bond, and Jason's machete.
I thought the guy in the military would have stayed, but I gotta. Sorry, Chaps. I think the other guys got you.
Wow.
Got you.
Did not expect that.
Yeah.
Chief.
The ring. Sorry, Chaps.
I think the only one from Chaps that resonated with me is the Bear Jew baseball bat. Sorry, Chaps.
Chaps, who you got?
I got RA now just because I'm vindictive.
Dave?
I got RA.
Oh, 2 RA, 2 Chaps.
Yeah, because you're culturally illiterate.
That's why my pick sucks.
I picked
because
RA because
I
there's
haven't
two
seen
pistols.
any of those. I just don't know if they're any good or not.
That's the only reason why I picked RA is there's two pistols.
So I was between Chaps and Chief. Ultimately, I like Chief's 5th rounder more than yours. If you would have took Chainsaw from
This is bullshit.
Texas Chainsaw, I would have voted for Chief, but I got to vote for you, Chaps. Sorry, Chaps, you're voted off.
Okay, I'm leaving.
You're not going to give the speech?
Oh yeah, you gotta do with
Because
it.
I like to.
That's for him, not
Yeah.
for anyone else.
Can we do it?
Somebody has to
Do you want me to
say-
be Tom Cruise?
Yeah, somebody.
I want to be.
You only
Tom
have to
Cruise.
say one line.
Okay.
Hold on.
So
Best of one.
No, go ahead, Dave. You can do it.
No.
You like doing the movie quotes.
Okay.
all you got to say is, I'll say, you want to answer? I want the truth. Okay, that's all you have to say.
You want answers? I want.
No, I say it. You want
I'll do it.
answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. The truth is, son, people. Wait, let me see. Fuck. The truth is, fuck me. I never forget. Here we go. I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago. You curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saves lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. Fuck me. I never
Fine.
forget.
It's all right. You just had a traumatic thing. You got voted off.
I did get voted off. Fuck.
We can do like a web
'Cause deep
redemption.
down in places you want me on that wall.
That you don't talk about
need
at
me
parties.
on- Yeah, that you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I neither have the time nor the inclination to be questioned by a man who rises and falls under the blanket that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I'd rather you just pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Did you order the code red?
You're goddamn right I did. If it please the court, the colonel has rights.
Fantastic.
That was the worst I've ever done.
We'll chop it down and make it look better.
Thank
For the
you.
social clip,
Thank
that
you.
is.
Thank you.
Rear ad, thank you.
Thanks, all right.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, RA.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Chaps.
Enjoy your weekend. What's
too.
this Monday head dropping?
Yeah, Monday.
Wait, let me storm out again.
All right, storm out.
See you, boys.
Chaps is pissed. Clip it. All right, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
See, all right.
We will see you
See you, boys.
tomorrow.